Speaking about spying on us, believe it or not, last Thanksgiving, the neighbors somehow managed to sneak a little mini camera inside my turkey.
Inside the turkey?
Yeah, spying on us.
I think you need to see a doctor. A special kind of doctor.
Oh, well, I'll tell you what.
What?
It's almost Thanksgiving.
Yeah?
The turkey, the neighbors, you, whatever. You might as well come on in.
I thought you wanted to drink something different today.
Well, I do actually. If you could you get me a dry martini? All right, 3 measures of Gordon's, 1 of vodka, half a measure of quina lillet, shake over ice, and half a slice of lemon.
I can't take this guy anywhere. Welcome to another episode of the Sartorial Boardroom. Today is going to be a very special episode. We're not going to go over our typical salacious sartorial concerns or our concrete career topics. Instead, we're going to have a more lighthearted and fun episode. We'll give you some ideas for gifts to give to the gentlemen in your life, just in case some of our fans happen to be watching. And we will also...
Just in case some of our female fans.
That's what I meant, yes.
Not that kind of show.
Thank you for clarifying. And we'll also talk about the original Thanksgiving and what Thanksgiving means to us. So please, make sure you continue watching. We will have a brief break after this episode, just for the holidays. I'm going out of town. We'll talk about that as well. And we'll be back. We'll be back. So make sure you subscribe and stick around. Holiday gift giving. What are some ideal gifts to give to a gentleman? And then we'll keep in different price points. Let's say under $500.
Under $500?
Yes.
Sartorial gifts or just
Sartorial or just any gentleman gift, yes.
All right. Well, I would always say sartorially inclined gentlemen perfumes are always a sure gift to give. True. Obviously, something that if you're under $500, you can get. There's
some good stuff.
Huge, vast ensemble to choose from, and obviously, everything from your Creed Adventus to the Parfums de Marly, that kind of stuff that we've sampled, and that's the kind of stuff that a lot of sartorial guys would be proud to wear and talk about and make sure people see the bottles. You can get a decent wristwatch. You're not going to get haute lingerie for $500, but maybe a nice Oris or Longines or something like that. Yeah.
I do want to chime in a little bit more on the parfums. So there's some new ones that come out every now and then. I just got a new sample set from Florists of London, and I have to say the new collaboration with Turnbull and Asser, the 7273 is I think the name of the parfum.
Yeah.
It's pretty good.
It's pretty good.
So if you're looking for a good gift to give to the gentleman in your life, one thing about going from Florists of London is if you order a sample set, you get a credit that's greater than the cost of the sample set. So you could actually order the sample set, pick one you like, and use the entire credit to go towards the bottle for the gift. Not a bad deal.
No, that's not a bad deal at all.
Yeah.
Such a historical company.
Exactly, yeah. Like Clive Christian, can you get those under 500 or?
Yeah, you can.
Okay,
you can.
Another good brand probably to look at then.
Exactly, a great brand. That's my brand, Clive Christian. Like I said, be careful not ordering from them directly because I've heard horror stories. We mentioned this in the last fragrance episode about I know people that have ordered, not Clive Christian specifically, but other, oat fragrances, and they were convinced that they were counterfeit. Yeah. And these are from big companies that sell discount perfume. Doesn't mean that they were, but that was a concern, suspicion.
That's too bad, yeah.
And knowledgeable people that are much more knowledgeable on fragrances than I am, which is most people.
Yeah.
I know. My thing is I get set on a couple of brands, and I'm so oddly devoted and loyal that I lose the bigger picture sometimes.
I always go from the maker, from their direct website, yeah. And then what else were we just talking about though?
I was saying watches around $500.
Oh, yeah, watches. Yeah. There's actually a new, sorry, I can't say, Seiko watch. that I saw recently. It's a Presage. I think it's under $500.
Yeah.
And it's a rose gold with a brown dial.
Beautiful, beautiful.
It is a beautiful.
Yeah.
I think
It'll no doubt be gold plated.
Oh, yeah,
but
for
they
sure.
have from what I understand, there may be a system that they use which it's much more resilient and it doesn't tarnish and fade over time. But yeah, Seiko Presages I love the Seiko Presages. I had a Seiko Presage style 60s with the green dial, and I didn't gift it. I sold it, and I should have kept it. I loved it. It's 39 millimeters, so it was a little small for me, but yeah, I really like that watch. But some of the Seiko Presages, some of the Oris that you can find, maybe not Oris. There are some entry-level Longines, I think right around maybe 6. These are, if not actually buying them from the actual
dealer.
the actual dealers themselves. You can buy it on the gray market. Yeah, and you can find things like that. Yeah,
Interesting. Yeah.
Yeah.
And the nice thing about that is you don't have to know the person's size. You can buy the watch, and assuming it's got enough end link or chain links, or if it's a band, they can always get it sized appropriately.
Exactly. Yeah.
Another great thing I think is if the gentleman wears neckties like we do here, you can get a nice necktie. But be careful not to get a necktie that a gentleman wouldn't wear.
That's what I always fear about
Yeah.
gifting someone a tie is the fact that it might never get worn. And you have the chaps that are in the classic men's style that would appreciate it, but they can be picky about ties. I have a problem even buying the right tie for myself. And I have a collection of ties that I probably were mistakes. So being if you're a young damsel and you're trying to buy something for your gentleman, you have to be careful with the ties. Yeah.
But I think if you buy a tie from a good brand, it'll at least be appreciated.
It should be appreciated if the fellow is knowledgeable of how special that brand is. Yeah.
Yeah. Now, if you get something from like JCPenney, no matter how good it looks,
Jacques Penier.
someone may not want to wear it. If it's made out of polyester, your gentleman's not going to want to wear it. What are some good brands? If you wanted to get like the safest brand, something that someone's going to appreciate if they're in the sartorial world.
In my experience, there are 2 brands that I would recommend that are always a safe bet for the most part: Canali and Eton. Eton makes brilliant ties. You think about shirts when you think about Eton.
I do, yeah.
Swedish company, but they make really, really good ties. I used to have an Eton tie. I just don't know where it is. And it was just as good as my Brioni tie. Well, at least I thought it was, when I remember. And but I say Canali. Go with Canali. And you can find Canali ties at obviously Nordstrom's, but Saks, and I think even Saks off Fifth Avenue. You can find some stuff on there every now and again. Bloomingdale's, and those are my 2 brands, Canali and Eton, for safe brands.
Excellent.
Canali will probably be a little bit more recognizable, but yeah.
And if you want to go for a cravat, if you're going for someone like me who likes to wear them, I've been looking at different brands, and I think one of the best ones I would look at now is just under $500 though, would be Turnbull and Asser for the cravat.
Oh yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've tried different cravat brands, and not all of them have like the right silk.
Yeah.
I feel like so. I'm really.
It's a company I'm thinking of that one that you.
Yeah.
It's good, but it's not. Mind blowing.
Yeah, it's good for a cravat though, because there's not too many places that make them.
Yeah. Exactly.
And but you said Eton earlier. If you know the person's shirt size, I think shirts are a safe gift, but only if you know the shirt size.
Yes.
Don't go out and buy an Eton shirt or any other shirt if you're not fairly confident of their neck size.
And the thing about Eton, even though the shirts can get pricey, you can find them discounted from reputable department stores like Saks off Fifth Avenue or Bloomingdale's might have a sale on Eton, and in the more unusual sizes, like if you're larger guys like us, larger fellas, and you're looking for a size 17 or 17 and a half, or something like that, or maybe, I think, they go to like 17 and a half, or 18 maybe?
I don't know, actually.
Yeah, well, I don't know either, but I think so. But every now and again, you'll find those discounted significantly because they're they don't move them, you know. Yeah. Most chaps are 15, 16. They're not strapping like us.
Yeah. Yeah, another good shirt gift though is like my father's almost the same size as me. We're slightly different.
Yeah.
But I can get him an extra large sports shirt from J Press, and they pretty much it fits both of us pretty well. More of a casual shirt. You're not probably going to wear a tie with it. It's more of a button-down collar shirt.
Exactly.
But it works pretty well if you're not 100% sure on the neck size. But you know you're in the right area. How about pocket squares?
Oh, yes, pocket squares. We obviously always recommend Rampley and Company.
Yes.
Yeah, and there's something for everyone from Rampley and Company. Yeah.
It really is.
It really is, and obviously, I can't tell you how many guys I know own pocket squares, and they all kind of have the same excuse. Well, they'll show up and they don't have it. Either they forgot that they had it.
Who would show up without a pocket square?
Exactly. Or they will say that, oh, I don't know, at the last minute I decided not to. It's like they chickened out or something, you know.
Who would show up without a pocket square?
Oh, I didn't even see that. Oh, you had a very disgruntled day today.
I've had a very disgruntled day.
Sabotage, yeah.
I actually don't have a pocket square because I realized Sonny never ripped the seams open.
Oh, really?
So
Sunny Yellow?
Sonny, Sonny. Yeah. Our Sonny. He didn't rip the seams open. So I can't even put a pocket square in there. I have to go find a seam ripper.
No, you don't.
Do you have one?
No, you don't need it.
What am I going to do without a seam ripper?
Just rip it, like I always do.
Just rip it?
Never use a seam ripper. Yeah.
I'll use a seam ripper.
Yeah. All right. Yeah, never done it. Never done it. Yeah.
Okay.
Just stick my finger in there and just rip
Just
it.
rip it?
Yeah. There was this girl I knew in Philadelphia, and I would stick.
No, let's not go there. No.
Oh, look at my thing.
I think it's safer to use a seam ripper.
Shiny, isn't it?
It's very shiny. Yes, but you should always wear your pocket square with your jacket. You should always.
Sorry, I didn't get the bit. Sorry, I'm ill today.
Yeah, that's very unfortunate. But that's this time of the year, you know.
Yeah.
You're ill, and I had a bad day.
Yeah, exactly.
But we're here, and you're here too.
Yes.
And we have some great gift guides. So, pocket square, Rampling Company.
Yes.
Probably your best option.
There's another brand, another company that I like, and it's called Kent Wang. Kent Wang. I sent you a link not too long ago, and I ordered, I think, 2 or 3 different pochettes from them a few years back, and they do the historical pocket squares too. And
for a fraction of the price.
They're less expensive. They're
yeah.
not as, I don't think they're as extravagant, but they're beautiful. They are beautiful. And I made the mistake of gifting these.
Oh no.
Yeah. And I want them back. Even our dear friend, our Reverend Doctor, dear friend of ours, I gifted him a Garden of Earthly Delights by Hieronymus Bosch. And I know his wife threw it away.
You think so?
Well, the Garden of Earthly Delights, you see what's going on in that. And
I see.
And his wife doesn't want it.
Well, then why did you gift it to him?
Well, I didn't. I wasn't. I don't know. I wasn't trying to be.
You're a troublemaker, aren't you?
No, I wasn't trying to be provocative.
We're talking about the Puritans later, and
yeah, exactly.
You're why they came to America.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Excellent.
But yeah, Kent Wang. That's a good company. Yeah.
Excellent.
Smaller company too. Yeah.
Smaller, yeah. I think another great gift, because I don't have enough of these myself, is cufflinks.
Cufflinks, yes. Cufflinks.
Yeah.
Skull tuna. Like I mentioned in almost every episode, 1607 skull tuna, the oldest, longest operating continuous business on the globe, supposedly. Swedish company, Skull Tuna. I have a Skull Tuna cufflink collection, yeah, and I'm wearing my Skull Tuna cufflinks today, the Swedish Royal Crown. These are actually in green. Yeah.
Oh, that's nice.
But there's the jackets has traces of green. The shirt has traces of green. Yeah.
Nice.
But you can't tell on this, on my crappy camera. But yeah.
I need to. I have one pair. I think I need to really increase my collection. I have a few cufflinks, but I don't have enough. I don't have ones to match every watch and other styles. So I need to expand my collection. A lot of people probably do. So if the gentleman in your life wears French cuffs, And if he doesn't, then maybe you should get him a French cuff shirt.
Yes, and I not only Skulltune, I do have to recommend. It's another huge style channel that we're just eclipses. We're just a spoke on a wheel compared to the Gentleman's Gazette with.
They have solid gold cufflinks.
Oh yeah, their Fort Belvedere cufflink collection is beautiful. Yeah,
And that probably breaks our $500 limit though.
I don't know what they go for. I really don't. But I know the few years back I wanted to buy a pair of their driving gloves. But I don't know why I didn't. But yeah,
Their solid gold
Gentleman's
cufflinks
Gazette
are very pricey. The price
Why are
of gold has doubled in the past year.
okay, all right.
Yeah, their solid gold ones are very pricey, but they're beautiful.
Yeah, okay.
You just gotta make sure that you don't take transit in our city. You might get your
Oh my God,
your arm taken off.
Exactly.
Not that anyone would even know the difference between well, maybe they would. Gold is pretty recognizable.
Yeah.
Yeah, gold is pretty recognizable.
Yeah.
Another thing, it's more of a consumable, but if you're really looking for a more affordable option, you can get a great bottle of wine.
Oh yes,
Yeah.
please.
That's always a great gift.
I used to gift decent bottles, and I mean decent bottles of Bordeaux to the majority of my friends, and it was usually on if they were married or for an anniversary or something like that. And I would always say, "This is furniture. Don't drink it. Don't drink it." And I probably drank it before I got out of the driveway. But I think, chaps, you cannot go wrong with a good bottle of Chateauneuf de Pape. Chateauneuf de Pape. Look into Chateauneuf de Pape. It's my, in the last 10 years, it's probably my favorite wine, and I have a little wine collection, Chateauneuf de Pape. We drink this swill on the show, but I'm not opening up my Chateauneuf de Pape for this, for this channel, but yeah.
I have a favorite bottle, but I can't remember the name of the maker now off the top of my head. Does
it say hooch or rotgut on it?
No, it's an Italian one. I'll tell it to you. You can put it in the description.
Oh, okay.
My favorite bottle. It's I had it recently at El Gaucho when we went there.
Oh,
Yeah, it's my new favorite. Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Lately, you've had better luck with the wine ordering than I have.
Yeah, it's been great. Yeah. There's only one time we had misfortune though.
Well, because the restaurant belongs to a friend of mine, and anyone who's that close to a friend of mine has to be, kind of something. Something.
Now, I might have better luck with the wine, but I have had terrible misfortune with other endeavors. Did I tell you about my dinner jacket?
Oh yes, you did actually.
Yeah, my dinner jacket.
Your flash jacket.
Yeah, I'm currently in a state of a mortified state because I went to Sonny, our tailor, to drop off some trousers. I did get those Kit Blake trousers in from the UK. Beautiful trousers. I can't wait to talk about them. Maybe in our next episode I'll wear them. But my dinner jacket, which I'm supposed to wear to the holiday party, is missing.
And I was telling him earlier that we remember that episode of Seinfeld where they caught the dry cleaner wearing, his wife or something was wearing the jacket at standing in line for the movie theater or something like that. Yeah. Now I don't think we make jokes about our dear friend Sonny the tailor. He's not a master tailor, but he's not an alteration tailor. He's somewhere in the middle. And every time that I would go there to collect something, he seemed to have a little trouble locating it. A lot of the times it wasn't done. And he's a good man, and he's a good guy. But
it's a large dinner jacket, though. How do you lose a large dinner jacket?
Exactly. Especially, it's probably the only one he has there.
Probably.
So I don't know, unless he has a 6'2", 240-pound nephew. I don't see where it could go.
I don't know. Yeah.
But we do. But he does like the.
He does, and he looked like he'd had some when I saw him today. He said he wasn't feeling well. I'm not sure if that was because he drank too much, or maybe he's legitimately not feeling well. I mean, it's going around this time of year. But anyway, I'll keep you apprised. I was hoping to wear that dinner jacket with my Royal Spartan trousers to show you my holiday attire outfit.
Oh, I think your jacket will make a performative appearance at his atelier, we could call it.
Yes. So make sure.
Because he does make clothes too there,
Yeah. Make sure you subscribe and keep watching, because in December we're going to have an episode where if I find my dinner jacket, I will wear it with my for my holiday outfit.
The grand dinner jacket controversy.
Yes, the grand
Conspiracy.
Conspiracy.
Yeah.
Yes.
Sunny yellow. Jesus.
Any other good holiday gift ideas you can think of under 500?
I think I've exhausted the majority of mine. There's obviously so many things, but
I'm trying to think. The only other thing I can think of, maybe, and this I'm kind of on the fence about, maybe a really nice pair of socks.
yeah,
Maybe.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah.
It's not an exciting gift, though.
No, it's not exciting, gift at all. Yeah.
Ties are more exciting, even though people oftentimes go without them. But
Yeah, and that's the thing about it is, even though we live in a colder climate here, I rarely wear socks with any of my dress shoes any longer.
that's true. A lot of people don't.
But I don't do it. And I have a lot of, I guess you could say, stylish socks, but I don't know. I just fell out of love with having to deal with it. I don't know what it, Yeah.
Well, there
You have to be so careful with if they're expensive. You can't wash them, and you wash them and they just look terrible. So I just said, what would I bother with these for? But yeah, I don't know how exciting socks are. Yeah.
Don't get socks. All right, well, make sure you stick around because we are going to talk about Thanksgiving next.
Well,
something
belt
else.
staff jacket.
A belt staff jacket.
Yeah, under five.
Yeah.
Yes, exactly.
Especially if you get them on the sale.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, a belt staff jacket would be a great. I don't know why I didn't think about that.
Every man of action needs a belt staff jacket.
Get a belt staff jacket.
Get a belt staff jacket, yeah. Whether it's a wax cotton or you want to spend more, you get a leather, that's going to be more than $500. But beautiful,
Wax
timeless,
cotton,
yeah.
It looks cool.
It looks cool, yeah, because it doesn't look like you're overtly showing off with the wax cotton. It can look subtle. You can dress it up. You can dress it out. Because you came in earlier with your belt staff jacket, and you were wearing a tie and a sweater.
Yeah, well, I don't think I was even wearing a tie. I was just wearing a unbuttoned dress shirt. Yeah.
Oh, were you? Okay.
I've worn it with a tie though.
Okay.
It looks good with a tie. Yeah.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I wore it with like a red tie and button-down shirt.
Yeah, it's a field master, I believe. With the pockets, and it's 3/4 length. Yeah. Brilliant. So belt staff.
It's great for this time of year.
Yeah, all right. So because I'm sick, I have to go blow my nose. So more on the Thanksgiving holiday, Pilgrims, Puritans, and the founding of America when we return.
When the well's dry, we know the worth of water.
Oh, okay.
Another great quote from Benjamin Franklin. And speaking of knowing the worth of water, though, today we're talking about being thankful.
Thankful
And
All
Thanksgiving. We wanted to talk a little bit about the history of Thanksgiving and take a brief divergence from career topics. Mm-hmm. Because...
No, I don't know. There's always something going on over there.
Something going on over there.
The neighbors installing a spy camera down the chimney.
I feel like, did the cat do that?
I
think the cat did that.
Yeah, maybe.
We're talking about Thanksgiving today because we want to make sure that we spend some time during this time of year to just go over the history and remember how we got here. So yeah, where should we start?
That's a great thing.
That's great. That's a great thing.
Yeah.
It's a great question.
Well,
should we start like the history of Thanksgiving?
Well, what I will start with is something I have been doing, believe it or not, because for me, Thanksgiving and Christmas, especially Christmas, but Thanksgiving and the Christmas holidays, I am in love with these two holidays. And our Christmas episode will be very, very special.
Excellent. Hopefully. I'm looking forward to that.
I am so in love with Thanksgiving and Christmas and the history of it and everything that goes along with it. And I'll have a nice, long, ridiculous story to tell on Christmas.
Call it the Sartorial Santa?
Yeah, exactly. I wish. But so ever since 1998, I have been listening on Thanksgiving Day. I think I missed one or two. I had a couple sad Thanksgivings, so several actually, but I still managed to catch it almost every year. 1998, a radio program, and it's played across the U.S., the Michael Medved Show, and he is a historian of sorts. and he has a brilliant history show on Thanksgiving Day that's played, and it's called Pilgrims, Puritans, and the Founding of America.
Excellent.
Yeah, exactly.
It's a shame how there's been, in recent times, a huge push to revise the history.
Oh, that's been going on. He mentions that on the show in 1998.
Wow, I guess it's been going on longer than I thought. I feel like
much longer than that, yeah.
The push has gotten more aggressive, though.
It's gotten more aggressive, and it's reached more people, and it's so funny because we're going to a Thanksgiving, a Friendsgiving thing tomorrow evening, and
we are
with my Native American friends that are actually hosting it.
Excellent.
They love Thanksgiving.
Excellent.
You know, they get a little, just like we all do, and they start talking about, this and that, but and they're not wrong, but yeah.
Did you know I'm part Native American? Did I ever tell you that?
Well, I think we both might look like we're something.
Oh, I'm much more Native American than Elizabeth Warren.
Yes, you are. Yeah, Pocahontas is everything on you. Yes, exactly.
I can trace my
No, I didn't know that.
No.
I knew Puerto Rican.
Puerto Rican, yeah. But I'm also Iroquois, part Iroquois.
No, there are you.
Not that makes a difference. I'm an American first.
You're part Iroquois. I didn't know that.
I am, yeah.
Oh, well then I know what I'll gift you. So we're talking about gifting.
Wait a minute. How is this going to change my gift?
Well, no, I will. I will give you 3 bulls for a feast.
Oh goodness!
And I'll sing the war song with you at the Great Council Fire.
Oh no!
Do the dance that you were doing earlier.
I have no idea.
No, the war cry dance you were doing.
The which one?
The war cry dance.
Well, I don't know any war cry dance.
Make one up. It's a TV show.
I haven't had enough to drink it.
No, that's actually brilliant.
Yeah.
Super cool.
Yeah.
I have this huge admiration, which I probably shouldn't because it's not politically correct, but for the warrior tribes and the Eastern warrior tribes.
Oh man, the warrior tribes, they were vicious.
Oh, they were vicious, yeah.
But you have to have some sort of admiration for sure.
Oh yeah.
Any brave warrior.
Any brave warrior, indeed, yeah.
So the recent revision, though, let's talk about the history a little bit. We're talking now 1620, right?
1620, 1621. You had, now this is where people get confused on this. And if you know something that I do not know, which you probably do, insert it in the comments section. And you had 2 different religious sects. You had the Pilgrims and you had the Puritans. A lot of people will say that, well, they were the same thing and this and that, and they eventually kind of were formed into one. But the Pilgrims were actually called separatists, and they came from a place from Nottinghamshire in England, and they were actually a different sect than the actual Pilgrims. They were separatists. And they came to the New World eventually. They didn't first go to the New World. They set out to go to Holland, and because of its religious toleration.
Yes.
And so they started off.
They were actually getting executed in England, weren't they? Or
well,
imprisoned?
a lot of them were being. Some were being executed. A lot of them were being imprisoned. And so what they did is they wanted to be able to practice freely there, and so they would meet in secret. And they decided, well, we're going to go to Holland. And they went to Holland, and they arrived in Amsterdam. And the reputation Amsterdam has today. It's not the Netherlands are not Amsterdam, and people always confuse that. And they counted over 500 ale houses in when they arrived in Amsterdam.
Sounds like a great place.
Yeah, exactly. Well, and prostitution was rife, and there was opium dens everywhere, and that was Amsterdam back then.
Yeah.
So they said, well, this isn't going to work. So they relocated to the university town of Leiden. And they set up their new lives there, and they had planned on staying there. And they set up little businesses. They became weavers and things like that. Some became barrel makers. And after about 10 years, they started to say, well, our children are adopting Dutch culture. They're embracing the materialism and the commercialism of the Dutch. And then they planned on going to the New World. They planned on going
Yes.
to Virginia. And at that time, Virginia meant everywhere from New York to Florida. That was all Virginia. There
Yeah.
are some Virginians that still think that should be the case today.
Yeah, so they weren't coming here to pursue glory and wealth. They were coming here to
Yep.
flee the corruption
And
of man.
they were not wealthy people comparative to the Puritans, who were, a lot of them were landowners. A lot of them were upper middle class. There was even some aristocracy that did decide to come over. And the people call each other puritanical nowadays to be insulting, but it's not that they are so pure themselves, it's that they wanted to purify the church of its Catholic tapist trappings is what they wanted to do.
Yeah.
And so these were the two different sects. And the Pilgrims, most of them ended up in Massachusetts, and but the Pilgrims, they entered Cape Cod.
Yep.
Yeah. So anyway, they landed in Cape Cod, and they weren't supposed to land in Cape Cod. They were supposed to go to Manhattan Island, which was controlled by the Dutch. But winds and Providence, some say, would not let them, and they were stuck there. And
It's just several hundred miles away, right?
yeah, quite a ways away, you
Yeah.
know. And so that's where they ended up landing, and they eventually found a relatively safe harbor, but they couldn't actually set up because it was so desolate where they found. So they sent out a little expedition. And eventually, after a few skirmishes, found a perfect place.
They did,
which
yeah.
was unbelievably odd.
An odd place,
An
didn't they?
odd place because there were cleared fields.
Yeah.
It was deserted. It was unpeopled.
Yeah.
And it was just a perfect place for them to set up their initial colony.
And they actually found an abandoned village with dry food stores.
Yeah, they found. I don't know if they. That's the funny thing. I don't know if they actually found a village or not, but they might have. But they found some food stores. They actually found weapon stores too, and they did not raid the weapon stores. They did say, and this is all recorded. Now, people want to argue this is all recorded, not in two different. In two different accounts. It's recorded of Plymouth Plantation by William Bradford, and it was also in the personal journals of what was his name? The other guy, the other chap. What was his name? Plymouth Plantation.
I only know Governor Bradford.
Yeah, Governor Bradford, and Edward Winslow's. Mort's relation. Mort's relation. Yeah.
Yeah.
And they kept a very particular journals and diaries of everything that happened because they thought it was so important. And they knew that this was a stamping point of history. Yeah.
And just to be clear, the Puritans, the Pilgrims, they didn't clear out the people who were living there.
Well, they had all died of disease.
They'd all died of disease before they got there.
Before they got there, yeah.
Yeah, so it was just bad misfortune for the original inhabitants.
Exactly, and they said that they contracted the disease from English fishermen, but
years prior,
yeah, and disease, especially at that time, it had no political direction, you know.
Yeah. Yeah, there was, disease was rampaging through Europe too.
It's like the Black Plague that happened throughout Europe, and nobody goes around blaming the Chinese for it.
Yeah, it just went throughout the world.
Just how things happen, you know. More people are susceptible to it.
Yeah.
Yeah, and so they eventually found a perfect spot.
Yeah.
And sorry, go ahead.
Oh no, I was just saying that first year though was rough.
It was rough because
winter,
there was 102 passengers, I believe, on the Mayflower. They started out with two ships, the Speedwell and the Mayflower. Mayflower is the largest ship. The Speedwell was a terrible ship, and they made about 100 leagues from Land's End, and they had to turn back, and they had to try to get it fixed. And their investor said, "Well, sell your provisions." Oh, and they tried to fix it, and it didn't work, and they tried to set out again. They had to come back, and they decided, oh, well, we're all going to have to hop on the Mayflower or not at all.
Yeah.
Mayflower was designated as a sweet ship, and what that meant is the bilge had been it was known for transporting French wine, so it it had a way of kind of stifling the smell of the bilge. So they called it a sweet ship. And so, yeah, it was captained by a one Christopher Jones, who became actual preferential towards the Pilgrims later in the voyage. Yeah.
I mean, they saw multiple miraculous things happen during that voyage, and I believe a lot of the even the non-believers on the ship ended up, many of them ended up being converted.
They did, and one of the main incidents, there was a particular seaman, part of the crew, who was relentlessly taunting the Pilgrims for their piety, and he would go out of his way to make fun of them for their seasickness and taunt them, and he would say things like, "I cannot wait until the day where I can throw you overboard," and "You are psalm singing puke stockings," and "I cannot wait to feed you to the fishes." Well, one day he caught a fever and he died in a day.
And he was the first person to die.
Yeah, he was the first person to die
on the voyage.
So nobody messed with him for the most after that.
Yeah.
And
this isn't like a urban legend or a rumor. This is
this is all within the records.
This is all recorded,
records, yes, and the Mayflower Compact was signed.
Yes.
It's where they all have to come together. You know, you have people that were there for adventure. You had people that there were because they were looking for a new life, and then you had the separatists. So yeah, the Scrooby separatists. So yeah, they all had to come together.
And like the original Pilgrims, they were actually they helped form a lot of peace treaties and prevented a lot of war with Native Americans.
Yes, they did, and this is where a lot of other people get it wrong. So, to win any game of Trivial Pursuit, yes, but there'd be no way for you to prove this unless you have these manuscripts with you. Is one of the first ever phrases from a Native American to a pilgrim, particular pilgrim, was one day that they were working, a few months after they were there, a tall, handsome Indian wearing only a loincloth, I don't know about that, walks up, and the pilgrims see him, and they shout out, "Indian coming, Indian coming." And he did not work for a tech firm, Native American Indian coming, and
this was back when they thought they had reached East India.
And they grabbed their muskets, and it didn't faze the Indian at all. And the Indian said in perfect English, well, perfect enough, "Welcome." And they said, "Welcome back." And he said, "Welcome. Have you got any beer?" 100% recorded history. And they said, "Well, no, our beer is gone, but we do have some brandy." And he says, "All right, make it 2 and keep it coming." I don't know what he said, but anyway. So, and that started the first alliance right there. And this Native American, his name was Samoset. Yes, not to be confused with Tisquantum or Squanto, as he is mistakenly called. His name was Tisquantum, and he was another native. That was with the tribe of the Patuxet and Massasoit, their chief, that stayed with the Pilgrims and spoke English and translated and stayed with them until the very end.
He just happened to be probably the only Native American on the continent at that time who spoke fluent English.
Yes, exactly.
Because he had been to England and had come back.
Yes, yes, he was kidnapped by a wretched foul man
Spanish?
called Thomas Hunt.
Thomas Hunt, that's right.
Thomas Hunt, and they kidnapped him, took him to England, sold him into slavery, the whole bit, and he ends up making his way back, and he's captured again. The second time, he's taken to Spain, and he wasn't as fortunate to be taken. Well, not fortunate being kidnapped as a slave, but he wasn't as fortunate to go back to England. He actually went to Spain, and Portugal, with your life expectancy there was very short, and from slaves from everywhere, and he ends up being taken into the care of some Spanish friars, and he eventually makes and buys his way back to
the new world.
and he gets back, and everyone's gone. Everyone's dead.
Everyone was gone in his village. His village was one of the ones that disappeared from the plague.
Yeah.
But you got to think about what are the odds of this happening, though, because
it's unbelievable.
This isn't the modern era where you just go to an international airport and book a flight.
Yeah.
Across the ocean. This is a months-long journey. A lot of people die along the way just making this journey.
Exactly.
And this person has been taken. First of all, he survived the original attacks, became a slave, made it all the way to the European side of the world, and spent all this time in slavery, and managed to make the journey back to this world that only a handful of pilgrims and pioneers had previously made it back to.
And history can't even get his name right. His name was Tisquantum. Not Squanto. Lazy people called him Squanto. His name was Tisquantum.
My notes actually have Squanto. I'll just scroll past that.
No, because that's everywhere. It's written.
Yeah.
But that was not his name.
Yeah. But this odds of that happening, though.
Yeah. It's unbelievable.
And then the only person that one of the first people that they come across is this man who happens to speak perfect English. And they weren't even supposed to be there. They were supposed to be a few hundred miles north.
Exactly.
What are the odds?
The odds are, I think it's a borderline impossibility.
It's borderline impossibility.
But then we talk about what is impossible. Everything is kind of, if you break down things that happen throughout history, it's all 50-50. Either they did or they do or they don't. But in this case, it's just I think God's hands of providence had its place here. I really do. And we don't want to get on a this isn't sermonette here, but that's what I believe.
No, it's truly astounding what happened, and the odds of it happening are so minuscule. And then that fall, they had to get together, but that wasn't the first Thanksgiving. But it's kind of like what our Thanksgiving is modeled after, right?
Exactly. The first one was it was a get together. They didn't actually give thanks. Massasoit was invited. They were going to do have a feast, more in line with an English harvest home sort of feast.
Yeah.
And Tisquantum and his braves showed up, I think 2 or 3 days early, with 90 braves.
Yeah.
And I think you had 3 women that had to cook for all of these braves. And they say these are the real heroes.
Just a handful of women.
Billington, Susanna Winslow, and Mary Brewster were the 3 women that had to cook for these 90 braves. And these guys came with an appetite. However, they were very polite. They showed proper etiquette. No matter where you are on this globe, there is etiquette that is observed.
That's true.
They showed up with, I think, 5 or 6 dressed deer.
Yeah. Fresh deer meat.
Yeah, exactly. And they rejoiced. They showed off their firearms. They went hunting together. They had a great old time. Now, obviously, let's be honest. The Massasoits tribe wanted to gain favor with the English because they were having problems with their native neighbors. And it's the human condition. People just will find a way not to get along with each other. It does not matter what race you are. It does not matter what color you are. It does not matter where you live. This is just the lot of the human animal, in my opinion. Unfortunate, but it's the reality. So the natives had the same issues with their neighbors. There were nice ones, there were bad ones. It's just...
Which is why it's so important to practice being a gentleman. You have to kind of control your human tendency and then kind of elevate yourself above that. That's why it's important to, try to dress well, act well, behave well, and become more than your human nature would otherwise have you be.
Yes, exactly. I am a foul, vulgar man at heart.
Now you're sounding like a Puritan.
So it goes against my character to act different than that. But I do it because it has a lot to do with my consideration and respect for other people.
Yeah.
I want to fight. I want to eat. I want to drink. There's all these little different things I want to do, and I have to, I control myself, and I have to control myself, and it's only out of respect for other people, and it really is,
No,
and obviously humiliation.
Well, yeah.
Yeah.
It's always good to be humble.
Yeah.
And when was Thanksgiving actually declared here? I have 1623, which was a few years later.
I am not positive if it was 2 or 3 years later, but it was eventually where I believe they decided this was going to be a year of or a feast of Thanksgiving, more like I think a feast of the Tabernacles, I think it was called, or a
Kind of based off a historical religious holiday.
Exactly.
Now, but the reason for 1623, why they were particularly thankful, is because the year prior they had practiced communal farming.
It did not work.
And it did not work. The very first social, I guess not social, but the very first, I guess, socioeconomic form of I guess you can call it
Common
government.
Course, they called it.
Yes,
Yeah.
It's basically communism.
Is exactly what it was.
It's basically communism.
We all work together,
Yeah.
and we all put in this effort, and the returns will be the same for everyone. It did
We'll
not
share it,
work.
yeah.
It made people lazy.
Yep.
It made people dishonest, and
They
the
almost
women would
starved.
not want to. Yeah, they did not want to go into the fields, and they would cry of hardship and all this other things. You know, people just did not want to work as hard because they didn't have to.
So even the best of human people,
Yeah.
people who came all the way across the ocean back when you had to take a boat with a sail, people who died along the way, people who barely survived, people who were probably close-knit by this point because they were a handful of survivors, even the best of human people couldn't make communism work.
No, they could not make it work. And so what happened was the governor instituted private land ownership,
private property,
private parcel ownership, and it made everyone very endeavorous because they had their hands in their own profit. Yeah.
Yes.
And so that's never worked, and it never will work. You know.
Yeah.
Get all the mandamis you want. It's not going to happen. It's not
going to work.
Yeah.
It's not going to work. It just doesn't turn out well.
You know.
Every time it's been tried, even by the best of people, it doesn't work well.
Exactly.
So in 1620,
and that's that old story that you get these people now. They will say that that communism and socialism, pure socialism, it just wasn't executed properly. It was what they're really saying is me and my 5 friends. We can do it.
Yeah.
No one else could do it. Learned men couldn't do it.
If the Puritans can't do it,
Yeah.
no one can do it.
No one can do it. It cannot be done.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah, so in 1623, they instituted this private, so people would profit off of whatever they grew, and there was an abundance.
Exactly.
And they gave thanks, and that was officially declared Thanksgiving. The first Thanksgiving was in 1623.
Exactly.
And then after that, there was a period of relative peace.
Relative peace,
Yeah.
yes. I think if I remember well, they had almost 50 years of relative peace. There were skirmishes.
55 years.
55 years.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, my dear fellow.
I wrote it down.
Yeah, 55 years of relative peace. Yeah.
That means the people who originally landed there didn't cause any problems.
No, they didn't cause. And were there political things? Massasoit was on his deathbed, and
Well, there was a lot of near wars.
a lot of what?
Near war.
Yeah, near wars. Yeah,
A lot of near wars.
But there was also,
Well, the Pilgrims, or the Puritans in particular, helped prevent those wars from happening. They, through various different means, they found ways to actually kind of keep the peace not only amongst themselves but amongst the neighboring native societies. Yeah. In fact, you might say that there would have been probably a lot more bloodshed if they hadn't been there.
Oh, I totally agree.
Yeah.
I totally agree. Yes, exactly.
Yeah. So that is our story of Thanksgiving. Anything else you wanted to add to that, or?
No, I don't think so.
So
I know after we watch this back, I'll be, oh my God, I hope I didn't say this, that, and the other. But, yeah.
make sure that you are familiar with the story of Thanksgiving, though, because there's
the real story of it.
the real story. Yeah.
And like I say, you can research this on your own. Don't take our word for it. You can go and I wanted to actually have for my book today, and I used to own it years ago, and I don't know where it is. Of Plymouth Plantation, it was actually released in the early 1800s, but it's William Bradford's recollection of everything that happened as it went up the plantation. Yeah.
Oh, I'd like to read that myself, actually.
Yes, exactly.
We should post a description of it in the...
Oh, I will.
Yeah,
yeah, exactly.
I'll pick that up too.
You know.
It's best to know the history, so that way when you are at family events or events with friends, you can set the record straight if somebody starts to talk smack about the original pilgrims.
Yeah, and this day of mourning that I think places like Seattle, like 10 years ago, wanted to do something like that, or just unbelievable, day of mourning, all right, for the stupid people that want to rewrite history.
They're probably still sad that the communism ended in 1622.
Unbelievable. But,
excellent.
Yes.
Well, make sure you stay subscribed. We normally talk about sartorial concerns and career topics.
Exactly.
Today we're having a special episode. We're talking about Thanksgiving because it's almost Thanksgiving. We're going to take a brief break from airing shows, just a very brief break. So make sure you keep watching for the next episode. It'll be sometime soon, and we'll talk about holiday attire. And I'll have another great career topic to discuss as well.
Yeah, and for Christmas, we'll do our special Christmas history show. I like the history stuff.
The Sartorial Santa.
Yeah, exactly. That's a good idea. That's a good idea. Yeah.
Yes. All right. So should we talk about what we're reading?
Yes.
All right. What are you reading today?
Excuse me. Okay. So I am reading. This is a book called The Rubaiyat by Omar Khayyam. I'm so worried about mispronouncing this. Persian author.
Oh, I don't know any Persian. I can't help you there.
Omar Khayyam's The Rubaiyat, and he was 11th century poet, astronomer, maybe astrologer. That's something that I'm not quite positive on. A mathematician, and I think probably just this unbelievably brilliant poet. And this is Fitzgerald's interpretation. I can't call it a translation because the more that I looked into it right before the show, this is his interpretation of it. But it's a collection of quadrants or stanzas. I think it's more quadrants than stanzas, and that's just a literary term for how a elongated poem is written. And
are there romantic poems in there?
This is, for me, this is a book. Now, he has been called, and I think by probably people that just wanted to slight him, the drunken poet. But that was Fitzgerald's interpretation, because after you get past the lengthy introduction on this, the first chapter is starting off the morning with some wine.
What a great way to start the day.
But I don't know if he literally meant that. The way that it's written and the meanings are interwoven. So it's everything from the transitory meaning of existence, the effervescence of death, and how an individual looks at it. And so a lot of it is seizing the pleasures of the day and the time when you are there. And not so much saving for your future and what's going to happen tomorrow, but it's it's all about living for the day is what I get out of it, which could totally be inaccurate, but the only reason that I was swept in was the bit about starting the morning with a little
wine,
a little drop of the drew.
That's a good way to start.
Oh, Jesus, I gotta lay off though, but yeah.
Excellent.
Anyway, The Rubaiyat.
All right.
Yes.
And I have an unusual book today. I can't say I can recommend this if you're looking for a novel, because it's not that. It's not a story, but it is a collection of short prayers and devotions. And the reason I'm recommending this is because it's Thanksgiving, and this is called The Valley of Vision. This is a collection of Puritan prayers and devotions, and these are very old, and you can get quite a sense for what kind of people the Puritans were, just in case you were on the fence about whether or not they were good people or not. You just read some of their devotions, and you realize they were very selfless, very religious people. They
And this is all prior to the witch burnings.
Oh yeah, this is
stuff, yeah.
Yeah, so the Valley of Vision, very it's very Middle English. It's like King James, Old King James English, because of the age of the prayers and
He was
devotions.
kind of a jerk, wasn't he?
Yeah, but it's just the type of English is what I meant.
Yeah.
It's kind of that era. So if you want to learn more about the mindset of the Puritans, maybe to help broaden your knowledge about Thanksgiving, for example, great book to check out. You can read them kind of one at a time here and there.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
Valley of Vision.
Very good.
Yeah.
It's going to be a good Thanksgiving, I think.
I think so, yeah. I'm going to have a great Thanksgiving. I'm going to be in Venezia.
Yeah, but the thing about it is that how can you celebrate American Thanksgiving in
Venice?
Venezia? Yeah.
Well, what you do is you go somewhere where there won't be a bunch of Americans. No, I don't know. I don't know. How do you do that? Well, I'll probably do it with pasta.
Well, of course.
Yeah, pasta and chicken.
Right.
Chicken's close to turkey.
Yeah. Yeah, I suppose.
I will eat a lot.
I wish I was going. I really do.
I will eat a lot.
Yeah. All right.
We'll go with that. I'll commemorate the feast by feasting.
Here we are.
There we go. And I'll be very thankful for what I have.
Exactly. Let's all be thankful for what we have. Yes. All right.
And what are we wearing today? Do we have time for that?
wearing?
We do, I think.
I'll start off. So I'm wearing my Edward Sexton. I think it's a Glen Check. It might be a Glen Check. Double-breasted, peak lapel. Love it. It's actually, believe it or not, this is actually in a green. Hard to tell. Yeah, hard to tell.
It's a lovely peak lapel.
We need better production here. And thank you. Yeah. Shirt today is another Charvet. I'm bringing out all of my Charvet shirt collection,
Nice.
which is ridiculous. And this one is actually, at one time, a long time ago, was my favorite. But then it's a brown, it's a light blue and a brown, yeah.
Oh, the shirt looks like $1 million, honestly.
Thank you.
Yeah.
The problem is, though, that it is a 45.
Oh, hey, that
17 and a half, 45, so it's huge, and it used to fit perfect.
it'll fit me better than you.
It would probably fit you better. Yes, it would be, because
Just give it to me.
I've lost muscle.
Yeah.
Over the years, and I've gained lard. So let's be honest. So it used to fit perfectly, but now it's a touch large. And so yeah, and tie today, my Brioni. I think some of the browns and golds maybe come out and intermingle with the pochette today, which is my Rampley and Company, Samson and Delilah. I've spoke about that before.
Great piece.
Yeah, Samson and Delilah. Yeah, thank you. Yes, beautiful.
Sideways.
Oh, is it?
Good. Turn it 90 degrees.
Yeah, like that.
No,
No. Yeah. I could go on about this. I've talked about it in other ones. Rampley and Company, Samson and Delilah. Beautiful.
Yeah, beautiful
There
piece.
we are. Perfect. Shoes today. I'm wearing a Crockett and Joan dress boot,
Oh, they
and
look
these
nice.
are not the Camberleys like I was going to wear, and I didn't wear them because I couldn't figure out a way to take them on and off because they're the buckle. These are the Crockett and Jones Tetburys. Tetburys. Look at that. Look at these. They're beautiful.
It's a beautiful shoe.
I never ever wear these either. Crockett and Jones Tetburys. I love these. Yeah.
You should wear those.
I should wear those. Sorry.
You're fine.
Timepiece today is my Breguet Heritage Petite Seconde and
Beautiful
18
piece.
karat rose gold. Yes. All right. Thank you.
And you got the skull tuna.
I'm so sorry. Skull tuna cufflinks, and these are actually in a green too. 1607 skull tuna. Yes, and thank you. Yeah. All right. Fragrance today is my Florist London Santal.
Ooh.
Yes, I love
I actually
this.
want to try that one.
Yeah, it's
Is that
really
good?
I think it's excellent. yeah.
Excellent.
And Santal is to sandalwood and beautiful.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You have to.
It's so good. I want a bigger bottle. Yeah,
We'll have
all
to spray a sample for me before I leave. I haven't tried that one
right.
yet.
You can take it with you if you want. Yeah.
Okay, I appreciate that. Yeah.
Yeah. All right.
got everything
Perfect.
good? All right.
Yeah. So what do you have? Swing for me.
Okay, so today I'm wearing a odd jacket by Ralph Lauren, and I have a Brooks Brothers kind of a dark blue shirt, and I just recently acquired this unique piece here. I like it. It's kind of multicolored. And
Beautiful.
it's kind of got a sheen to it. This is a Turnbull and Asser
Yes.
necktie. And trousers are J-Press, a nice black trouser. And then for shoes, I'm just wearing my Allen Edmonds Oxford cap-toe shoes. Very comfortable. They fit my feet perfectly. And timepiece, yes. I'm also wearing rose gold, although mine's only plated. This is the Orient Star.
Yes.
With the open heart and
That's
the
really nice, actually.
Reserve de Marche, I believe.
Yeah.
And that's Orient Star there.
Yeah.
And my scent for today is JF, and I keep forgetting to look up what JF stands for. But this is by Florist.
Just fabulous.
Just fabulous. I love it. It's just fabulous. Florist of London. So I did.
I was told not to use the word fabulous.
Oh yeah.
Because it sounds zesty.
Zesty. Just fantastic.
Yeah, sure. Yeah,
Just,
that's better. Yeah.
Just fresh.
Yeah, exactly.
Juicy. No, I don't.
Yeah, exactly.
This piece, this scent, I like a lot. I think it's kind of a musky, manly scent. Some people didn't like it so much in my household, but I love the way I smell when I wear this.
Yeah.
So there's always that. If you love the way you smell.
There's not a lot of testosterone going on in that house.
I'm the only man.
Yeah, exactly. So yeah, there's a lot of that going on there. So I can understand.
Yeah, but I love that scent. So you should try it.
Exactly. So just in case, tomorrow evening there is our UK followers and fans and or viewers. Let's just say, I wouldn't want to label anyone as being fans. Big fight, Eubank Ben 2.
Oh.
And this is a big deal. It's a big deal.
It's a big deal.
Yeah, it's a big deal. It's such a big deal that I want to take the day off just because here in North America it'll probably be on at 3 p.m. And so obviously I just thought I would point that out. Big boxing fan, huge boxing fan. I usually only like the heavyweights, but this is a legacy fight if we know the history with their fathers, obviously. And yeah, Eubank Jr. and Connor Ben 2. And my money, except I don't bet, would be on Eubank.
All right.
Just because he's such a odd, obtuse fellow.
Yeah.
Okay.
I feel like we could bet something small.
Yeah, I don't care. Yeah.
We'll
I'll bet for fun. I always bet for fun.
We'll bet for fun. Yeah.
Okay.
What should we bet? A Schlon Einspawner?
Yeah, sure. Yeah, sure.
All right.
Yeah.
Or a drink of the other person's preference.
Okay.
There we go.
That's good.
All right.
Yes. All right.
All right.
My dear fellow.
Well, thank you for joining us for another episode of the Sartorial Boardroom. We will continue our sartorial journey and our career journey in the next episode. So make sure that you stay watching and have a great Thanksgiving.
Yes. Happy Thanksgiving to you and your family. And hopefully, Mr. Rogers
Yes.
bids you a happy Thanksgiving as well.
Hopefully it'll be another beautiful day for you.
Beautiful day indeed. That's all.